Alright, everyone, it's been a couple weeks since I did a show. I guess it makes this the first show of May. And it's May 10th today, guys, and this is Vent, Nick R. Murphy. Um, so this is, there's a lot to talk about, there's a lot to discuss, so let's get going right now. Alright, I guess that music requires an explanation. Yes, so this backstory here. Before I begin, that was the theme to an anime series called Elfen Lied, or Elfen Lied. I think it's Elfen Lied. Um, and I found out about this show. It's been around for years. It's been around since 2001, 2002. Um, I found out about this through a meme that a friend of mine uh, posted on Sunday, and it was like a meme, and it basically it it spoiled the inciting incident of the series. Um, Basically, it's about a girl, and she has a puppy, and she's bullied at school. It's a little girl, and she gets bullied at school, and the puppy, and the bullies kill the puppy, and as a result, she kills all the bullies. But it didn't really explain how. But I saw that meme. I'm like, that's fucking John Wick, and people were asking, what's the anime? What's this anime? And I find out it's this thing called Elfen Lied, and so I saw it. I saw it was available on Hulu. It's on YouTube. It's on Tubi. It's like on all that stuff. So like it's easily accessible. And so I decided, you know what? It's 13 episodes. I'll watch this thing. And oh my god, man! I haven't actively pursued watching any kind of anime since I was like a teenager. Like I watched Akira and Ghost in the Shell and Platypus Mobile Police, like all these movies. I watched them a lot back in the day, but I stopped after I turned 18. I don't know why. I just wasn't that interested. It was just seemed like there was so much there, and I was just like, I just can't get into it. But there's so much of everything everywhere now, so it doesn't even matter if there's too much of something. You can just jump in wherever and get to it. So I haven't really watched anime for 16 years. So after hearing about this, I reinitiated myself into the anime spectrum, and I watched this thing, and it was just crazy. It was fucking nuts. I couldn't believe it. And I don't know if it's considered the best I don't think it's considered like one of the best anime of all time, but it's definitely the best I've seen personally, but I haven't seen that much. But it was such a perfect thing to reintroduce me to this whole subculture. And the show's not for the faint of heart. It's very I mentioned the death of a puppy, and yeah, that happens. Not in excessively graphic detail, but but the show itself is graphic. It's pretty extreme. And but the music and the story is just, and I like the characters, get into the characters and their backstories. It's so crazy good. I loved it, and so it's like, I'm ready to watch more anime, and it's like I kind of like been playing with the idea of watching it again because my stepdaughter's really into it, but she likes all the normie anime like Attack on Titan, Death Note, Black Butler, and maybe a couple others. I don't know. I'm sure she's never heard of this, and my wife caught a scene from it as I was watching. It was like, I hope she hasn't seen this, and I'm like, well, I hope not either. But yeah, it's crazy. It's extreme stuff, and I loved it. I loved it. It was kind of helped to change me creatively in a sense because I've been like kind of racking my brain how to be more creative, and it was kind of like running into this thing just by chance, and I just followed my intuition to watch it, and it's just like great. I'm ready to watch more. I'm ready to watch more. This is great stuff. Great stuff. It's like shit. I might watch that again. It's like I don't want to ruin the feeling that this gave me if I watch something else that isn't as good as that. You know. But when I'm looking at the discussion, it's not really considered one of the best anime of all time. I mean, there's like Cowboy Bebop. They put Dragon Ball Z in there. Neon Genesis is on there. Trigun. I'd never seen any of that stuff, so it's on my list now. I'm ready to get into it. I'm not gonna watch Dragon Ball Z. That's no. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that. But everything else is like possible. I think. But man, it was nuts. It was crazy. So yeah, that was the music from that show at the beginning of the podcast here. So moving on. I feel the need to discuss. I'm not going to jump into headlines yet because I haven't run out of shit to talk about. But I wanted to talk about the new Donald Glover video or Childish Gambino video. This is America, which is averaging a view count of at least 13 million views a day. I watched the video about 4 times myself, maybe 5, and it's craziness. And people are talking about like the political political implications of all the stuff that's going on in the background and in the foreground, because basically it's like Donald Glover's just dancing like like a happy guy, and then every once in a while he'll pick up a gun and shoot a bunch of people in the background, and then all of a sudden chaos starts. And it's just all this insanity going on around him, and like this looked like a large garage of some kind, and it's just this like 360 shot video. It's just following him around, and it's just it was something. It was something else, and it's amazing to me how far Donald Glover has come in the last 10 years, because I found out about this dude through Derek Comedy like 10 years ago. And he was in these like boneheaded, ridiculous skits that were kind of funny. And then all of a sudden he was on Community, and then he was just in a bunch of shit after that. But now this guy's just primed to explode. Now this guy has exploded, and now he's playing. He has the new young Han Solo movie coming out, and I doubt a lot of people are going to come out just to see the young Han Solo. They're out to see the young Lando Calrissian, which is being played by Donald Glover. And it's like, this dude just fucking blew up. He's primed to become probably the next Will Smith, I think, at this point. He's the next Will Smith. I think it's safe to say. Either that or the next Kanye, because we need a next Kanye now. But I think Kendrick Lamar's the next Kanye, and I think that was cemented last year with DNA and Humble and all those awesome songs he did. And he just went full on mainstream there. And I don't know, but bear me 1 second here. Sorry about that, folks. Had to take a call. Yeah, so basically, like I was rambling on, I was really going nowhere fast. But the point I was trying to make, what I was trying to segue to, is the whole Kanye West situation. I know this was a couple weeks ago. It's kind of old news now, but still, the stain of it is pretty strong still today. I guess it's safe to say people aren't really on Kanye's side anymore because he allied with Trump. He's a Trump supporter. He's a out and proud Trump supporter. and I'm sure he has his reasons, but it's not any reasons that the disenfranchised um, masses in the black community can really relate to. Um, but I guess that's one of those wait and see things. Maybe Kanye will come back. Maybe there will be some sort of redemption song for both Kanye West and Trump for different respects. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just crazy to me that it's just like I think we're all confused about what Kanye's truth is, and I like to know. I'd like to get some more clarification on that, but it just didn't seem like. Um, I think what was his name? Oh God, shit, I can't remember his name. Another big singer, and he can't. He's personal friends with Kanye, and he messaged him privately, and then Kanye posted John Legend. Yeah, so John Legend messaged Kanye privately, and then Kanye screenshotted the messages and posted on his Twitter feed. And John Legend came correct, but Kanye subverted that and made it all public because he wants to expose his truth. I think even John Legend is confused exactly what Kanye's truth is. But Kanye lives in Kanye world. You know, I you know he's just doing what he feels like God is uh, put him on this earth to do or something. You know what? I'm not in Kanye's head. I don't know, but yeah. So that kind of leaves a spot open in mainstream rap for someone to really, you know, take the place of Kanye because Kanye's gone fringe on us. He's gone rogue. So we'll see if we'll see if he can come back. But jury's still out there. Still like his stuff. I really liked his stuff a couple years ago. I got really into Kanye West a couple years ago. I don't know. There's something about his shit that just worked for me, and so that was like I was like I listened to his shit nonstop for a couple weeks, and it kind of I guess I got burnt out on it, but I still like a few of his tracks. But it's like it's not someone I follow obsessively. But when he's in the news, I just can't help but spectate and observe the craziness that he unleashes on the world, or his truth, not the craziness, the truth. He's unleashing his truth. So yeah, and I think Donald Glover's song "This Is America" comments. I mean, the video more so than the song because you can. There's not a lot to read into with the lyrics. It's kind of mumble rap, but it's more the lyrics juxtaposed with the background and just the overall tone of both the video and song. And I think they both work really well together. And it's like it feels like an event. It was like a real eventful video, and I dug it. It was really good. I'm looking forward to listening to more Childish Gambino stuff. So yeah, keep up the good work, Mr. Glover. We're all counting on you. All right. So with that out of the way, I think we can look at some headlines now. Is it safe? Is it safe to look at the headlines? No, it never is. It never is. Let's see. Let's see what we got here on the old news feed. Oh boy. Let's see. I'm going to start reading off the headlines here. NTSB opens investigation into Tesla crash in Florida. I guess that's a smart car that got fucked up. I'm just gonna comment on the headlines as I read them, and if something really strikes out at me, I will click on it and we will explore it together because that's what we do here on Vent. We point at the news and laugh if necessary, and get outraged if necessary. You know how it works here. All right. Raleigh dentist apologizes for ignorant and offensive ad. Ignorant and offensive ad. Ooh, those are nice. Those are nice buzzwords there. Ignorant and offensive. Let's see how ignorant and offensive this ad is, shall we, folks? All right, this is from CBS17.com in Raleigh, and would that be North Carolina or something? I don't know. North Carolina? I called it. Yeah, I know my geography. All right. A Raleigh dentist is apologizing for an ad she called ignorant and offensive that ran in a local magazine. Dr. Jill Sonner, Dr. Jill Sonner with Renaissance Dental Center said there was no ill intent behind the ad that shows her and two other dentists advertising a free whitening system. Oh boy, this ought to be good. In the ad, Sonner is dressed as a Native American. She's dressed as in a Native American costume, while the other dentists are in geisha costume. That did not go where I expected it to. Alright, I'm just stopping right there. I just pause for a second. Okay, she's dressed as a Native American, or, you know those. And the one is in a geisha costume and a Scottish outfit. So it was culturally offensive. It was not, I suppose it's a fine line between cultural and racist, but I guess they work hand in hand. I don't know. The ad appears in the May-June edition of Midtown Magazine. The idea behind the ad was just the message that a smile is universal, and we all smile in the same language. We did not realize at the time that it would be offensive or insensitive. We are truly sorry, Sonner told CBS 17. The ad has been removed, and like, where's the ad? I want to see it. Where's the ad? Like, it's not worth it if I don't see the ad, but I'm sure that's nothing compared to the whole Dove controversy. But it's a whitening program, so I figured there would be some sort of accidental racism there or something. But I'm not gonna come up with ideas there because I'm not crossing that line today. I'm not in the mood. All right, let's move on here. That was a bit of a non-start, but we'll find a good one here in a second. Flight attendants complain of rampant sexual harassment on the job. Really? Well, we don't call you stewardesses anymore, so I guess that still happens. It's a different world now. It's a different world. It's not like the Mad Men days where you would smoke a cigarette and drink a glass of scotch on an airplane, and a stewardess comes up to you in a short skirt. You smack her on the ass, think you're getting me that drink, toots. Yeah, you can't do that no more. It's no good. It's a different world now. This is a post Me Too world now. And people are going to have to get on the train and accept it and move on. Or so I've been, or so I've been told, or so I've read in other periodicals. All right. State charges 4 men accused of beating gay couple on Miami Beach with a hate crime. I mean, that's... I'm not clicking on the story, but... Miami. It's Miami. Isn't that where the birdcage took place? It's like you could just, if you want to beat up gay guys, it's like fish in a barrel over in Miami. I mean, why are you in Miami? Go somewhere where everyone hates gays. I mean, I'm sure Alabama has some residences that are open for occupation. But you know what? I'm not. Okay. Alright. Soldier lost her ear in a car accident, so the doctors grew a new one in her forearm? What? That's like growing an ear on a mouse. Oh boy. Tesla workers getting hurt because Elon Musk hates yellow. Well, that is a necessary color to have, for safety purposes. I can understand that. There's little yellow lines on the ground and little tracks, and but that's not a good enough headline for me to click on it. I'm not doing it. Let's see. Woman uses keys to defend herself from attack by Jesus. I'm gonna read that again. Woman uses keys to defend herself from attack by Jesus. And Jesus is in quotes here. I'm intrigued. Let's see what this is about. Let's go. Are you guys as excited as I am about this? I bet not. Woman uses keys to defend herself from attack by Jesus. Oh, God. There's a guy. I guess it looks like a mugshot, and he's covered in what looks to be... which I guess are key wounds? I don't know. Alright, this is in Atlanta. An Atlanta man was arrested after police say he tried to attack a food delivery driver. Sonia King told WSB she feared for her life while making the DoorDash delivery in northwest Atlanta. When she arrived to make her delivery, she found the door open. A man inside, identified as 54-year-old Rick Painter, told her to leave the food on the counter. King said Painter offered her a cash tip. In the process of him going through his wallet, he says, "Oh, and by the way, I'm Jesus," King said. That's when King and Painter came at her from behind and grabbed her headscarf. According to a police report, King countered the attack by hitting Painter multiple times with her keys. She then left and called police, WXIA reported. When police arrived, they found a couch blocking the door. Officers moved the couch aside and found Painter in bed, hiding under the covers. When the covers were pulled back, Painter was found without clothes and covered in key marks on his head and torso. Painter is charged with misdemeanor battery and had a bond set at $5,000. Another deflating story because the headline made it sound like the woman was the crazy one. But no, it was another crazy guy who thought he was Jesus. I just thought, like, you think that this woman would just stab some random person because, she thought they were Jesus. That's what it makes it sound like. And that's misleading. That is a misleading headline. And that's how you get a fake news distinction. That's right. You don't want to get that fake news distinction. And how about a word on fake news, guys? How about words on fake news? I ran into this PSA that Facebook posted yesterday, and it was basically, it said, "Fake news is not your friend. Fake news divides us." And I'm like, wow, things have changed in 10 years. I mean, 10 years ago, when we saw a fake news story, we used to click on it and laugh because it was ridiculous. But now everything's so ridiculous now, it's hard to differentiate between what's fake and what's real. It really depends on the source of the news, and yet some of those reputable sources have been proven to kind of skew the facts and or like contrive reality in a way to fit their journalistic agenda. And that's something you got to watch out for. People are, you got to be very careful about that. And sometimes it happens accidentally. It happens accidentally, and without anyone realizing it, that the integrity could be, somehow distorted in the process of creating a story and bringing it to print. And investigation is tricky, guys. You got to be careful. You gotta be careful with that journalistic integrity, because I'd like to think it still exists, even in this day and age. But apparently, fake news is not our friend anymore. But I'll still read fake news as long as I know it's fake. That's what makes it funny. It's like, oh, ridiculous. Yeah. Okay, great. I don't know what to think. Alright, continuing the headlines here. You watch too much movies, ICE agent tells a woman asking for a warrant. The fuck? I just heard something weird in my couch. Like I just heard something weird in my couch. Like a weird... What the fuck? Jesus. What the fuck? This is gonna ruin my show now. I'm concerned, guys. This is live. This is happening live. What's in my couch? Or is that my stomach? Or is that coming from the couch? I hear something. Come on. What we got going on here? Christ. Okay. Maybe it's a false alarm, guys. Maybe it was nothing. Okay. Sorry to disrupt the news with this strange situation I found myself in. Oh! Checking underneath the whole couch. I've been hearing weird noises in the bathroom lately. And it sounded just like that. I don't know what kind of animal makes that kind of noise. But let's not get alarmed. Let's not get alarmed, guys. I guess it was nothing. Though if something happens to me, I will have it on recording, right? That's almost the end of the show. If I end the show and something happens, like, how's anyone gonna know? I never. Maybe it was just my stomach. I haven't eaten in a while. And let's just say that. It's just my stomach. Oh, Lord. Alright, now, back to the news. This is your anchor, Nick R. Murphy, with the rest of the news. Alright. Now I'm just, like, looking at my periph, like, everywhere. I think it was my stomach, guys. Better be my fucking stomach. But my stomach don't make noises like that. What the fuck, man? Whatever. I'm doing the rest of the show somewhere else. Back to the news. You watch too much movies, ICE agent tells woman asking for warrant. Yep. Dramatic video showed an armed immigration agent storming National City, California, home with a riot shield and marked police as they arrested a father of 7 wanted on a federal warrant. Brianna Alonzo said ICE officers surrounded their home on 43rd and Delta Streets with guns in hand Tuesday. They used microphones to order 31-year-old Alberto Alonzo Hernandez to come outside. Alonzo refused to let federal agents inside the family's home until they showed her a warrant. She said the agents stayed in front of the home for 3 hours when Hernandez refused to come out and at one point disconnected their electricity. Then they began to force their way inside, she said. In the video given exclusively by Telemundo 20, you can hear Alonzo on the phone with the legal assistance hotline saying in English that there are 5 children in the home. The video shows Alonzo repeatedly asking the ICE officers to show her the paperwork or the warrant. At one point, one of the agents tells Alonzo, "You've been watching too much movies." As officers work to open a metal door with a crowbar, he says, "We will show you the order once we finish." Oh. Parts of the incident were recorded by Hernandez's 11-year-old daughter, who was inside the house, as well as neighbors filming from outside. Officials say the suspect had several deportations and had faced charges of domestic violence. NBC7 reached out to a spokesperson for the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency. The station was told agents had an arrest warrant for a federal judge, and the man had previous charges for domestic violence and was previously deported. Okay, that's enough of that. So, a lot of people rag on Trump about his immigration policies, and, everyone's right to do so, I suppose. But I don't know if it's any worse than it was when Obama was president, because I read a report that there was like 100 or maybe 200,000 deportations just during 1 year of his presidency. Like 1 year of Obama's presidency. It's like how many people in total were deported while he was president. I mean, it's just... I think the same amount of people are being deported as they always are, but, maybe one is too many. I don't know. But it's sad for the families. But, But allegedly good for the economy. Allegedly. I don't know. They're doing the jobs nobody wants. I mean, because they have to, because they gotta survive some way. I mean, a lot of people in that position, poverty line, people off the grid, they gotta do whatever to survive. And, you're not getting in anyone's way specifically, especially, like, the people who are, American citizens and are, successful and have careers and stuff. They're not getting in their way. So why do they care? You know, I don't know. I'm not. I've been trying to read up on immigration reform, and it's a whole lot of. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going into politics, guys. Yeah, not for me. If this immigration shit's gonna be on the test, I will fail. I will fail. So yeah, no. So I don't know, man. Like this was. I think we started off good. We had a good start here, but then I heard weird noises coming from my couch or my stomach. I can't tell which. I don't know anymore. I don't know what's real. But I think this is a good time in NA to wrap up the show, you know. I don't know what else there is to talk about, you know. It is what it is, you know. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll get, you know, we'll pick it. We'll do better in the next episode. How about that? Yeah, we'll do that. Great. So that's Vent for today, guys. This is Nick R. Murphy, and I might do another episode tomorrow if time be kind, if my mind does the same. Get those two things to coincide and utilize their powers. Anything is possible. So we'll see. We'll see if I come with another one tomorrow. But at least you got this one today, and you can be thankful for that much. I know I am. So I guess we'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. This is America.